And I'm very dissatisfied. I'm not satisfied. We just had this massive revolution. It was going to be one of the happiest moments of our generation. If I was sitting with a bunch of white people right now, like I would focus on the positives. But I'm with my people right now. And we need to talk about, like, listen, we have some demons that we really need to deal with. Fuck BIPOC. I don't give a fuck about BIPOC. No. What the fuck does a Gujarati know about me?
Yeah.
What the fuck do I know about a Gujarati? Obviously, we have similar experiences. But I come into these circles as a Bangladeshi. Obviously, we're at the bottom of the ring. I got into DJing for, like, very unfortunate reasons. Because I got into, like, all sorts of terrible, horrible legal shit. I also, there's a, maybe I'll say this.
Little exclusive.
The little exclusive.
We got the exclusive for you.
And another fucking annoying thing about Bangladesh is just one thing to my crowd.
Last one, y'all.
Y'all pay my bills, and, like, I love y'all.
Yeah.
But y'all cannot, please, stop.
Thank you so much for coming back to another episode of Difficultish. We're on this episode. We went all the way out to Toronto, Canada, to speak with the one and only Damir Khan. Damir is a musician, producer, DJ, all-around artist, born and bred in Bangladesh. He's someone who also proudly represents our people, our culture, all of it, and is so eager to share it to the entire world. This episode is real special because Damir gives us a real inside look into what being Bangladeshi really means, what the reality of life is like out there, and all the things us Westerners can do more of to show love and appreciation for all our people. Whether you're Bengali or not, I highly encourage you to stick around for this one. We got some mic inconsistencies, lighting inconsistencies. Just deal with it, okay? There's so much to unpack and to digest, and this one's just special, man. So without further ado, let's get into it. Thank you so much. Come back to another episode of Difficultish, podcast about South Asian narratives, hosted by my co-host right here.
Mahua Khan, hosted by my co-host right here.
I'm the co-host. My name is Masha Munir. And, you know, if you're watching it on video, we got someone special in the building, okay?
Not
we
even
got
someone special, something special in general. But continue.
It's kind of different, yeah. You know, new co-host, permanent co-host on the podcast, joining us on every episode. He gave us this beautiful penthouse to record in today. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself for us?
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Damir.
Oh my God.
Nice to meet you.
Oh my God.
Well,
He's a humble guy. All right. This guy's a humble guy. All right.
He said it so casually with the deepest voice that you could think of too.
All right. So Damir, today I got a little introduction for you. I wrote quick, nothing crazy, but you know, just to introduce, get the people familiarized, you know, with who we got going on.
Let's hear it.
Today we got a super special guest on the pod. This man is a Bangladeshi sensation. He's making waves across the globe as a musician, producer, DJ, all-around artist, innovator, and a real product of our people, introducing our country and its culture to the world. We are so blessed and honored to have this young man on the pod. We got Damir Khan on the pod today. Yes, sir.
Our fellow Khan. We came all the way to Toronto just to have him on the pod. This is our first, by the way. Mobile movement first movement episode. First mobile episode. This is a big deal.
You know, new little backdrop we got going on. Hope y'all like it. We in Toronto. We kicking with Damir. Damir, what's going on, man? How are you? What's up?
Yeah, man, it's good. It's a nice summer day in Toronto.
It is.
We just did a show last night. We brought in a New Delhi icon, Lashlata show.
Okay.
Set for us.
Y'all went crazy.
And yeah, I'm in Toronto. I'm trying to move to Toronto. I'm looking for houses.
Yeah. If anyone wanna
house
Damir.
Yeah. So this penthouse actually is
We're liars, guys.
He's actually looking for a home. If anyone is offering an extra room for him, he's down. But also, if anyone knows how to expedite the visa process in America,
right? If anyone got any like connections,
to come to New York.
Anybody wants to marry me in America?
He went straight to it. I don't want to say it. He said it.
You know, it's open. You have my email.
Oh,
they gotta reach out with their bio data to your email.
We'll set up a Google Calendar with my mom.
Okay,
there we go.
You got type.
It's tough.
Are you specific?
I ain't got no type.
No type.
No type.
You good?
I love all human beings.
I like that.
All women.
Right. What's there not to like about this guy, man?
Exactly.
Damir, thank you so much for coming on the pod today.
Appreciate
you. You know, I personally told you that I'm a big fan, man.
He's been talking about you for months. I've
been talking about it for a while, man. From the music to the DJ mixes, you know, everything. I'm a big fan. You want to introduce yourself? Like, how would you put yourself in your own words? Like, who is Damir? How would you tell yourself about the people?
Yeah. Okay. So, I started making music when I was about 14, 15. Like I started writing my own songs. I was playing guitar from much younger. I come from a very musical family from my dad's side. My father is the drummer of a very legendary band called Renaissance.
Okay.
In Bangladesh, and his brother is like the lead singer. So I've been around like music, and the larger musicians community of Bangladesh would, you know, regularly come to our house for cha nasta and all that. So I had a really wonderful hands-off education into Bangladeshi music because of that, and started making all sorts of stuff. I was in Dhaka at the time. And
so you born and raised there, right?
I was born and raised in Dhaka. I spent some time elsewhere. Around the end of high school, I moved to Malaysia. So I was in Kuala Lumpur for 4 years. And then I was in Ghana for a year.
Wow.
Oh,
Why Ghana?
For a year. My mom's job, like that's she's some corporate girl boss. So like she just
corporate girl boss.
She made it happen.
You know, she
made it happen.
Girl bossed her way out the Bangladesh one, and we got to Malaysia.
I like that.
And it's like, yeah, like I get my music from my dad, but really my mom is the reason why any of us have anything. Like she really runs the family, and she really is like the, you know, big boss.
No, love that. Okay. Love that.
And yeah, we're nothing without her. So yeah, like she was in Ghana for like 3 years, and I was only there for a year, and then I moved to Montreal to study economics and political science.
Oh my god!
Wow, that's completely different.
I can tell you like love that shit, like by like your face.
Most definitely.
I could tell.
Poli sci glasses here. But I was making all sorts of stuff. It just happened to be that like the first time a label gave a shit about anything I was making was when I made my first like singer songwriter tune. I was making like house, techno, like all sorts of random stuff. But there was this Berlin-based label called Majestic Casual that took my stuff when I was like 19, something like that. I'd moved to Malaysia by that point. And that's kind of how I got my career started. Okay. So I got a record deal from a German label.
You said Majestic Casual?
That was Majestic.
They got like a big YouTube channel, right?
They were huge, and they basically come from a time where it was before Spotify was really, really big, and people were still discovering a lot of music through YouTube.
On YouTube, yeah.
Now nobody really discovers music on YouTube like they used to, but there used to be, you know, lots of curation pages that specifically would find all the coolest, specifically electronic music from around the internet and post it on those pages. So. Majestic was one of them. So that really allowed me to have a really unique start to my music, and really set me apart from the rest of the Bangladeshi, you know, acts. And my whole sound, my whole look, everything because of that, you know, had a really interesting, unique, different start because of that start. But it all came from an email. I mean, I was sending those emails from Dhaka. Anybody could be sending those emails.
Right.
So you were the one that was like pitching yourself then.
I was sending my shit to like.
He the manager. He everything. You're the manager. You're your own manager.
You know, and back then, you know, I didn't even know what I was doing. I just wanted people to hear my music.
Yeah. So before all that, growing up, I want to hear just a little bit more about, you know, what was it like? What was like the family situation, the family kind of circumstances like?
Definitely, like it was difficult. Listen, my father was part of a generation of musicians that was a golden generation. The quality of which you get from that like early 80s Chittagong, like so they were in a band called Souls. Souls had a bunch of people. They not just had like my dad and his brother, but they also had Ayub Bachchu. They had I'm blanking, but there's like I'm pretty sure Kumar Bishojit was also part of early Souls. Lots of cool people like that. So very few of them, very, very, very few of them were ever able to make a living out of it. There was no music industry. We still barely have a music industry in Bangladesh. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. We'll get into the details of this because it's something I want to talk about to people a little bit. How ridiculously archaic our music industry is in Bangladesh. But for them, even though their music still gets played on radio today, have they ever been paid for radio? No.
Right.
Would they ever have the right, you know, IP lawyer to work out their royalties for? Like, the fuck not. Of course not. You know. So all of them had to get day jobs. All of them eventually got married, had kids and everything. You can't do music full time. When you're doing stuff like that. So my dad unfortunately had to do, you know, he had various businesses and other stuff like that. And now, mashallah, he's retired and everything. And now we're good. But, you know, he really was just like wrong time. Like incredible generation of musicians, but so many of them, unfortunately, were not able to make a respectable living from that stuff. So there's that. That being said, my mom was working all the time, and you know, there was often, you know, my dad would be at shows. My mom comes home late, you know, she's tired, and, you know, my dad's at the gate, you know,
right, he's kicking
out.
He's
and she's got 2 kids in the house that are, you know, like, all that.
No,
so
love that.
my mom is a fucking superhero.
Yeah.
I don't know how she's done any of it. Absolute fucking superhero.
But I think it's interesting because, like, you said that music and culture is such a big part of Bangladeshi culture, you know?
Yeah.
And so many people have that in their DNA and in their family, but because it doesn't, there's a stereotype that it doesn't bring in money or it doesn't.
Yeah, you know, I challenge that.
Yeah.
I don't think we do.
Yeah.
Really?
I think maybe we used to. I don't think we do anymore.
Okay.
Last 20, 30 years, something's changed culturally in the Bengali people. I'm not going to speak about West Bengal, I don't know. But something, obviously, what's happened over the past 20 years, all of the real political strife, like post-war political strife, I think a lot of the stuff like Mujib, Zia onwards, even up to Ershad, was all about really like, we just went through a ridiculous war. How do we build this country after this ridiculous war? But post that, I think just like, we've just been asking ourselves for almost 3 decades now, what does it mean to be Bangladeshi? Is it that we're Muslim? Okay, most of us are, but you know, no.
There's
a
to
lot
it,
of other religions in Bangladesh. Is it an ethnic group? No. There's tons of different ethnicities. I'm Chatgaya, you know, tons of different ethnicities in Chittagong. Indigenous ethnicity, stuff like that. Do we have an economic idea, philosophy of who we are? Are we particularly socialist? Are we particularly capitalist? We don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like, what the fuck are we?
Yeah.
You know, we don't fucking know. We don't know.
Like, there's still cultural building, you know?
We have these symbols. Okay, Nokshikatha. Okay, Jamdani. But like, okay, like, you just made a symbol. Like, there needs to be layers to, like, what our symbols mean, right? What they represent.
That's very interesting, you know, because, like, you know, from our side of the world, all we hear is, like, you know, people do that stuff for fun. Like, that's not that serious. Like, over here, like, you know, like,
Yeah, no, 100%. And I understand when you're a country that's building itself up, you want to do something that's going to give you a livable wage, that's going to allow you to feed your kids and, you know, have safety in your home and eat nutritious meals and have access to healthcare. And you don't get that as a musician. More so in Bangladesh, of course, we have serious, you know, like other things. We have serious drug issues, you know, drug abuse issues. We have serious substance abuse issues in the Bangladeshi musicians community.
That's so underground.
As you do everywhere in most countries. But it's a factor that when you don't have the money coming in and the respect from society coming in, you need to feel those happy hormones somehow. You need to feel those happy chemicals somehow.
Yeah.
And people go to the darkest lengths, you know.
Yeah.
Again, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Right. We're getting ahead of ourselves. We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
We're an interesting people.
Yeah.
In the South Asian climate, really, we have a really unique story that we're not telling properly.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I agree because I didn't even know about all of that.
We've been through so much.
I could tell that just by like the amplification of your voice. Like, this is something that like you're very passionate about.
Yeah.
I am very passionate,
like,
and I'm very dissatisfied. I'm not satisfied.
Yeah.
I'm not satisfied. We just had this massive revolution. It was going to be one of the happiest moments of our generations. You know, I grew up my whole life being someone that's interested in politics, philosophy, economics, all of this stuff. That is like, what does it take to run a nation, to feed a nation, to satiate a nation emotionally? Like, all my life we have seen no freedom of speech. All my life we have seen no democracy. All my life we have seen political strife. Then we've also had moments of Islamic terrorism. We have moments of serious communal violence, religious violence. Obviously, the horrible gender-based violence we see every day. I mean, Bangladesh is known for a lot of things, you know. And I want us to start with some of the negatives, and we're going to end on the positives because there's so many positives.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
No, but I love that you're not sugarcoating
it. It's, you know, it's like, because if I was sitting with a bunch of white people right now, like, I would focus on the positives because it's not conducive for me to tell them like how messed up everything is.
Right.
But I'm with my people right now, and we need to talk about, like, listen, we have some demons that we really need to deal with right now.
Yeah.
We have this massive diaspora right now. Like, okay, it's growing now. I have dedicated my last year or so or 2 years to like, okay, I've moved to Canada. I'm not in Bangladesh anymore. I had to move to Canada because it is the classic Bangladeshi middle class dream to send your kids abroad.
Of course.
For me to deny this would be to deny my parents everything they ever wanted. It's this weird, you know.
It's like repaying them for their sacrifices.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll focus on Canada. I'll focus on the diaspora. But the diaspora is all on different wavelengths. We're all on massively different wavelengths.
What do you mean?
different socioeconomic backgrounds, different political backgrounds, depending on what city or what diaspora we're in. What are the Sylheti Bengalis in Whitechapel thinking, who a lot of them are lower income. A lot of them have been there for many, many generations and are still lower income and have still not been given them the respect. But on the other end, there's a lot of obscenely rich and powerful Bengalis moving to the richest places of London.
Of course.
Buying the mansions in London, buying the stuff like that in London. It's not too dissimilar in Toronto. I don't know. Now I've lost my train of thought.
Now you're in.
But it's just, we have been through so much for so many years. When I started to read more about our people, you start to go back to, okay, let's go back to Mujib, then I can understand Bangladesh. No, then you have to learn of everything from post-47, after partition. You then learn up to post-47. Okay, then you have to learn about British era. You learn about British era. Okay, then you have to learn about Mughal era.
Wow.
And then the Mughal era is like 400 years. And then we think of Mughals as these like, oh, they were just like us and they're like peacock throws. No, they're a bunch of Turkish people. Like they were like Central Asian.
Yeah.
I initially had this huge love for the Mughal Empire because I'm like, oh, it's going to be my Roman Empire. It's going to be my, like...
our representation.
our thing. That's when Bengal was funny. The best. We had Muslin and Marie Antoinette was wearing a Muslin gown and whatever, and that makes us cool. Like, I don't know anymore. I read more into it, and I'm like, where does my people start? Where do we start? I don't know. Do we start in the Shena dynasty, Pala dynasty, Mughal dynasty, British era? Mujib era, Awami League era, BNP, what are we? I don't know what's happening right now. We've just had this revolution. Now all of the student leaders are losing their goddamn minds. They're losing their goddamn minds. And they're 26-year-olds.
Yeah.
They're babies.
Yeah, they got more to worry about.
They're yet to they're still listening to Linkin Park, like fucking,
right. Let them be kids.
Some of these people don't remember 9/11.
Yeah.
Like, it's like...
They weren't even alive.
There's some of these people when they're fucking 26. They're trying to... So what do you expect?
Yeah.
We have this anti-religious sentiment in Bangladesh where people in the upper class look down and say, okay, the super religious people are coming in. Well, for the past 20, 30 years, we've done nothing but we've not invested in education. And the only education we've had throughout our country has been Islamic madrasa education. So say what you will about madrasa education, but it is educating our children. So what you expect, dude?
Yeah.
We got all these people complaining what the fuck is happening to our country. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Unless you are putting the work in like I am putting in, where I am building, proper like brick and mortar business for my people, where we look for innovation, where we look for new ideas, where we look for new representation, and not just representation for the sake of representation. Like, okay, what are you bringing? I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever. Like, what is the value that we're actually bringing to our community? Are we spreading wealth? Are we spreading opportunity? What does it mean to have a safe space? It's all these empty fucking words right now that piss me off so much, especially in this, words like BIPOC. Fuck BIPOC. I don't give a fuck about BIPOC.
No one cares about that, yeah.
What the fuck does a Gujarati know about me?
Yeah.
What the fuck do I know about a Gujarati or anything like that? Something like that. We live obviously we have similar experiences, but I come into these circles as a Bangladeshi. Obviously we're at the bottom of the ring. Right. You have all of these things where, okay, it's a whole South Asian scene and everything, but it's always the Indians that will get the top spot, right? So I'm sorry, I saw a lot of goodwill in that and everything, but we have to absolutely carve out our own spaces. From the bottom up, we need to carve out our own spaces. We need to read. We need to educate ourselves into our history. We need to look at the politicians who the winners of history did not write about, the leaders who history did not write about, the activists who history did not write about. The indigenous activists, the feminist activists, the people like that. The people are doing ridiculous work in Dhaka who we never hear about.
Right.
No,
when I first saw your work on social media, it was just me scrolling through my For You page, and I remember seeing the Bangladeshi mixes that you were making. Like all the songs that I heard growing up in my parents' home, in my grandparents' home, you were mixing that with like Western fusion, and that was the first time where I heard Bangla music in a more modern way.
Yeah.
And then also on top of that, when I was like researching you, I saw that you have, dishy, not dissy, right? And I feel like that small letter with the H, right? It makes such a big difference because, we do see South Asian representation and we see a lot of the Indian people taking up the space and even Pakistanis now and this and that, which is great. But like we've never had our own people in our own space. And that's not to say that we're not including the rest of the people, but like growing up, I'm sure you felt like this. You didn't feel as welcome to the other spaces, right?
Not.
And I'm sure that wasn't their intention. But it was because they were the central people gaining the wins and, you know, getting up there. So they were making their own space for their people and others as well. But it's time that we make our own space
100%.
for ourselves and also other people.
100%,
you know?
100%. And we need to look into, okay, what can we use if we want to build this new myth of who we are as the Bengalis? What do we take from our history? You know, I look into, like, we have lost our touch with, first of all, the nature of Bangladesh. Something we don't talk about enough. The nature, the biodiversity, and like the beaches, the like the stuff like that. I feel like we've gone so much into, like, anytime we talk about Bangladeshi stuff, we talk about either textiles or we talk about, like, I don't know, something like that. There's, like, I don't know, I say this, but also there's another way of going about it, that also we just need, it could be a supply side thing where it's like the Indians have so much IP to talk about. They have so many songs to talk about, movies to talk about, books to talk about, you know? And we've lacked funding in the arts for so long in Bangladesh that we don't have any of this.
Yeah.
I want to now tell you, I want to give you a bunch of references about a lot of this natural beauty and stuff, but y'all won't know.
Yeah.
A lot of people won't know. And I will even struggle to describe it myself. And I've only been lucky to see a little bit with my own eyes, but it's like, dude, it's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Fucking sick. St. Martin's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Right. They got
Bangla fucking sick. Like, parts of Sylhet's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, parts of Mymensingh, parts of stuff like that. There's ancient ruins. I'm so schizo about this shit, yo. Like,
okay.
You know, like, I say this, but then I come back to, like, every time I go back to Bangladesh, I'm like, I don't know how we haven't imploded yet. You see how, like, the traffic laws and then the corruption and then, like, all of the headlines in the newspaper and then internally you hear things about the industry, you know, and it's just like, how are we even surviving as a nation? I don't know how we're keeping it together.
Where does this like passion for, like, the betterment of Bangladesh come from for you? Because, you know, there's so many people in Bangladesh, and I feel like the vast majority of them are just like, yes, I'm Bengali, but, like, I am just trying to make the best out of my life. I'm just trying to keep my head above water. They don't really have the time to, like, invest into learning all about this and caring all about it and being vocal about it. So, like, where does that come from for you?
And not everybody should.
Yeah.
Not everybody should try to be this, like, whole, you know, I am an artist. And I am an artist that specifically is branding myself on where I come from. On top of that, we live in an age where it's good to brand yourself on where you come from. The uniqueness, especially if you're, you know, non-white. Like, there's a value in that.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about this, right?
Of course.
You know?
Yeah.
We live in a post-DEI world. And I think all of us know some pros of DEI and some cons of DEI, right? But I don't know, man. This just comes from, like, I don't know. I don't know. Some people have it, some people don't. I just see it. I grew up very privileged, you know. I went to a nice English medium school, nice community, you know, like where we dumb rich, nothing close to that, but always food on the table, always new clothes, a vacation every now and then. We lived good, you know. We lived good. And you can't say that for the overwhelming majority of people.
Of course,
And you know, you just go back and you see what's up. You see these people. You see everybody struggling. I come to Canada, and every time I go back, it still hits me. Yeah. The sheer amount of poverty is fucking striking.
No, even us going back after 20 years last year. The reason why me and my brother didn't want to go back since the first time when we were like 5 or 6, it was because of the poverty. We were so sad when we went there. We're like, we can't as 6-year-olds do anything about this.
And you know what, like, 6 years old? Okay. Yeah. If you're young, that's not a problem. But, like, you know, even a lot of older people have this sentiment. And then, like, I also understand why then a bunch of locals are going to be like, boo fucking who? Like, fuck your... You know, we're all just trying to survive here, you know, like, you know, fuck, you're out here in Canada, like, talking, like, we're actually in the trenches, like, working it out. And I respect that. That's, the people have a right to have that. But, you know, the classic, you're on the road and there's just, like, beggars banging on your door and you're just having a conversation with your family like nothing's ever happening. And it's like, oh, it's a cashless society. Like, sorry, I don't have a tenner on me. Like, you know, it's just like, and every time I go back, it still hits me like, fuck, you know, this is not normal. Yeah. Like, it's normal there. And this shouldn't be normal. You know?
Tell me about, like, the pressure that you feel like you have on your shoulders by, like, carrying Bangladesh, kind of like, and like representing yourself as a Bangladeshi? No.
Like, where's the pressure coming from?
Pressure as in like you know,
your country
to present yourself in a certain way.
I think it's a low pressure, low pressure situation. Being a Bangladeshi ambassador, it's low pressure. It's not that high pressure. It's fun. People don't know anything.
That's true.
There's no like, oh, you said something, but I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, it's we have nothing.
Yeah.
We have nothing, guys. We have nothing. Name one Bangladeshi musician. Really make, like, you know.
Yeah.
I could end it there.
I love how you looked at me.
You know,
I
could literally end it there. You know, there's people in the pop scene in Bangladesh that are doing stuff that are funded by various things. There's always going to be this certain commercial side of music from anywhere, because there's always going to be entrepreneurial people who know that they can make money from that. But is it soulful music? Is it music that helps people? No. You know, where are we? And now that I've been in this industry for a while, I now do know. Like, I could refute that question if I asked myself that. Like, I do know some people who are doing bits in the industry, be they in fashion or journalism or whatever it is. There's awesome politicians.
Yeah.
There's awesome people like that, you know.
Yeah, I feel like us also being in this space, we're starting to know more Bangladeshi creatives in this generation.
In every major city that has a big Bangladeshi population, there is like a future Bangladeshi Mamdani, you know, something like that. There's inspirational people like that in every major part. But we have our work cut out for us.
Yeah.
We need to tell these stories. There's been a lot of stuff in our history that we need to come to terms with.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in, like, you know, our class warfare, our colorism, our misogyny, our and again, like a fucking we're talking about this shit in a penthouse in Toronto. It's like we need to be so aware of how almost this doesn't even matter. What I'm doing almost doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
What a lot of us are doing here doesn't even matter, because if the country itself doesn't figure itself out, I'm gonna be flailing till I retire. You know.
Yeah. So what do you feel like, you know? Because like you said, we have the town. You know, we have the beautiful people. We have the culture. We have like everything that we need in Bangladesh is in Bangladesh. So what do you feel like we're missing? Like, what do we need more of to like allow these people to flourish?
We're missing a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
we're missing a lot of stuff, you know. And I want to come from this like really from a non-emotional standpoint. You know, I think the rest of this has been really emotionally charged, but like, it's some simple stuff. Like, I think one thing we need to learn how to do is, and this gonna almost sound like what's the counterintuitive, but there's a certain status quo that has the power in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
They have the money. They have the resources. If I wanted to make the next, like, Golden Lion winning film of Bangladesh, anything, I'll need support from some of the status quo, right?
Yeah.
We need to learn how to bargain with these people. You know? We need to learn how to swim with the sharks. We need to learn how to talk business. We need to learn how to bargain with these people. Because if we are going to get this power back, it's going to be a bargain.
Yeah.
Because if we grab it, we just become like them.
Yeah.
Look where we are right now. You know, revolutions shouldn't be grabbed.
Yeah.
You know, we've had many revolutions in our lifetimes, right? We've seen Arab Spring. We've seen Occupy Wall Street. We've seen a lot of stuff like that. All of them have fizzled out, right? All of them become this big, you know, thing. And then we hear about, the one of these leaders became corrupt, embezzled a bunch of money, or one of these leaders. Like, you know, you just hear a bunch of shitty things or whatever, and the revolution dies out, right? Don't grab. This is not a movie. You know, we talk to government. Okay, radical Islamic government coming in next, I don't give a fuck. I will talk to them. We have some middle ground. You know? We may have different beliefs on how things should be treated, but I'm Bangladeshi, they are Bangladeshi. We need to find something. I need to find funding for the arts. We need to start sending our musicians, not only sending them abroad for ambassadorial missions like that, but also set up some shows in Bangladesh. All of the venues in Bangladesh are too expensive. Okay? The only real venue in Dhaka is Aloki. Aloki is like 6-7 lakhs. Just to book. There's no sound system there. So you need to build a stage and a sound system. You want to spend 10, 15 grand? You know? Who's going to do that?
Yeah.
How are you going to do that without some sponsorship money from like a fucking cigarette company? Which is what the entire Bangladeshi music industry runs on. Cigarette money. Yeah? And I love BAT.
Yeah.
I love BAT.
Yeah.
They've supported me so much.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, a cigarette company cannot be the major funder of the arts in a country. You know?
Like that can't be the central
That can't be the center of it.
Yeah.
You know? We need to there's so much money in this country, you know? I'm going to do my little part to siphon it into the arts as much as I can. But then there needs to be other stuff that's happening, because it needs to get funneled into other stuff. I don't know, building houses, building education, building stuff like that. how is this gonna happen? I don't know, dude. I don't. The fundamentals aren't great for the next 4 or 5 years.
It's a structural problem too. You know, it's like for America, it is corrupt. There are things that the normal person can't just fix. You know, but at least we have a system where we can call our electives or you know, make some change by the voting system or us posting on social media and after a couple of years or whatever it is. But there's like a national urgency where people can be united. Whereas in Bangladesh, there are people that unite together, but there's more, I guess, the government has more of a say at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you know. And
but also everything's all,
There's a big like non-government component as well of Bangladesh where it's just the rich, powerful land and wealth people.
Yeah.
A lot of people whose names we'll never know, who will be in the shadows, but who are running a lot of things. I don't want to get too conspiratorial about it. But, you know, it's just like, I'm going to do as much as I can from my perspective. Like, I basically have always dreamt of being Bangladesh's first international breakout artist, period. You know? I want to be that person that's like, you know, so if there is any pressure, it's me putting pressure on myself. Because nobody in Bangladesh is asking for a breakout artist right now. It's not like that's something the country necessarily needs. It's a purely almost egotistical, narcissistic dream of mine, maybe. You know, a lot of people could say it like that. But I care about a lot of this stuff because I understand that, like, for me, I don't want to be an ambassador of something that I'm not actually putting any work into. You know? Why the fuck am I getting up in the morning? Why am I choosing to do this? I am dead broke all the time. I'm a DJ. I'm a musician. You know, I am like the cash flow is very hard in this business. Sometimes you're balling. Sometimes 3 events haven't paid you. You know, in a while. And there's no union. There's no anything like that. So it's unstable. So I have an economics degree from a good uni. Like I could be getting into any job, you know. I'm choosing to do this because I am uniquely capable, first musically. I have the skills to do this. I think I can do this better than a lot of people. So I'm going to take that shot. But, geez, someone has to do it.
Someone has to,
Fucking someone has to do it.
I remember the first time I heard a mix of yours. I think it really did just blow my mind. Because like it's such a simple, fickle thought. But just the fact that you can hear, you know, Krishna mix with some generic techno house mix, just like, you know, we say these words and it's just obviously, but the fact that someone made it and, you know, it brings you back to decades,
like it's just take an old sample, put it on a Western beat. What I think is remarkable really of what happens there is that I make these songs, a full Bangladeshi team of promoters make money from playing these songs live to a group of 200, 300 Bangladeshis.
That's amazing.
That's what's spectacular. Is that this song, and then Arini is playing it in New York, and then this Munasib is playing it in Australia, and this person is playing it in Nepal, and this person is playing it in London.
It's like a worldwide sensation.
That's what's spectacular, is that the actual value is now being distributed. I believe in the distribution of value. Make money. There people have this capitalism. Making money is bad. Making money is not bad. Necessarily, right?
It depends how you make it and what you do with it.
Yeah, it's the distribution of the money.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it. You know, now we have so many South Asian collectives. We have people. We're all playing each other's as remixes. Now, what I also really, really melts my heart. I'm so happy is that a lot of DJs in India are playing my music.
Wow.
You know, a lot of people who play only Hindi music or Urdu music. You know, people in Chandigarh, people in Punjab, people in Hyderabad, people in, you know, Bombay, Delhi, places like that. They're playing my Bangladeshi remixes.
That's amazing.
You know, this country that has looked down, again, let's be honest, on our music, on our arts for so long, is actually starting to like spread our shit.
Yeah.
It's not just my remixes, it's some of Kadim's remixes, some of people like that. Ashif from Germany, it's people like that. We're meeting all these cool people. Last time I was in the UK, I had this amazing show with Kipash there where we had an all Bengali cast. You know, we had Shama Anwar, Raida Mirza, Hasnath. Hasnath is amazing. All of your audience should check out Hasnath. Hasnath is an incredible artist. Surya Sen. And we had an honorary Bengali, Kalbaisaki, he's Indian, but you know, he's
honorary
Bengali for us. He was in London at the time, a big homie.
I've watched the Kipash Daga on repeat. I've watched all their mixes all the time. Even when it was announced, I think I brought up to her, I was like, this is fucking crazy. The fact that something like that is happening over there. What was that like? Can I hear a little bit about that?
Honestly, when it happened, like, I didn't think it was gonna blow up like that. To be honest, like, I didn't think it was gonna, like, it's still like, Keep Hush's like biggest performing piece of content. It's still the
what do you
top
think about it?
Oh, it's their biggest one.
Yeah, it's got like 60K likes.
Wow.
Like
Damn.
MIA followed me from that.
Wow.
Like all sorts of random people followed me from that.
What do you think about it blew up? Was it the music, like the energy of it?
I guess it was just like cool
Even,
and
like, the
new,
look,
and it was like a different desi flavor, like to the normal kind of like East meets West kind of shit that you see. I think there was something cool. I think we looked cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I think everybody looked really cool. We were in our like kind of like garb, but we still had, I don't know, we still brought a little flair to it.
Everyone was fly, yeah.
All the girls looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Like everybody was fitted out.
And everyone was so good too.
Everybody was fantastic. Everybody's sets were so good. And that thing really helped me out. Like that thing really helped me gain a lot of legitimacy in the DJ scene. Because I got into DJing for like very unfortunate reasons. I got into DJing because I'm sure y'all are wondering why I stopped singing, right? Or why I stopped singing.
Yeah, that was the question, yeah.
And it's because I got into like all sorts of terrible, horrible legal shit with like ex-label, ex-management, stuff like that. I signed a deal when I was really young. I also, maybe I'll say this.
Little exclusive.
The little exclusive.
We got the exclusive for y'all.
I got kicked out of school in Malaysia.
Oh
my lord.
High school?
Bad.
Oh my lord.
High school?
Which was bad.
I gotta know why.
School, and like, my mom was there, like,
well,
brought
you were
this
fighting?
whole family out here. And
she was mad.
Idiot kid. Fucking things up.
What happened? You were fighting. Your GPA.
It's
all the above.
Let's say it was. Let's say it could have got me into a lot of trouble.
Okay.
Let's say
y'all won't know that one.
A little bit of upselling to some dumb seniors.
Okay. That's all it takes.
But I signed a deal right after that, or right around then. I got my deal offer.
Did you do it by yourself when you signed it? Did you have a lawyer?
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
So we found a lawyer in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Dude, there's like back to like there's no fucking entertainment lawyers. Like, who do I go to? There's a couple, but they're all like weird sleazeballs. Like,
they're not gonna be.
There aren't any ethical ones.
There aren't cool ones.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, we sent it to this guy, but it was like pointless. And like, years later, where I found out a lot of things about the contract that would screw me over.
Yeah.
It was like, this guy never fucking mentioned any of this shit.
He probably didn't even know about it or care to.
I don't know.
Tell you.
And it's just like I signed when I was in a really desperate position. My grades were trash. I just needed it. So I would have signed anything.
Yeah.
I would have fucking signed. They could have changed my legal name. I would have fucking signed
right.
Anything to get out of there.
It takes.
And I was graduating. I had a 2.7 GPA, not one internship lined up.
You had a 2.6.
Broski.
Proper C's get degrees type shit.
Yeah.
Like, I had no job prospects, no nothing, no money coming in. We had really, really fucked it up. By the end of it, me and my team, I'm being nice when I say me and my team, because basically just one other guy.
It's you and a guy.
But, like, we really, really were so stupid how we were running this whole thing by the end of it. So silly. Just financially irresponsible, not creative enough. We really, really fucked things up. So I'd lost a lot of momentum with that. I had to pay my bills.
Of course.
I had to figure something out. So what happened was one of my last big shows in Dhaka was done by Bhai Bhai, who organized a lot of it, right? So Bhai Bhai is this dance collective in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
I saw them DJing. I'm like, আচ্ছা এরা যদি পারে আমি তো পারবো ভাই আমি তো 10 বছর গান শিখে আসছি আমি তো একটু
just gotta just spin something.
Give me that hard.
So then like I learned it and it was cool. And then I came back to Canada. I was like, dude, there's like not tens of thousands, but like thousands probably of young Bangladeshis. Probably tens of thousands of Bangladeshis. But my particular demographic of like uni kids, they're kind of alt, they're kind of edgy, they're kind of secular. They listen to cool up and coming Western music like that, but they're still like, they want to rep their Bangla shit.
Course,
they don't want to completely become coconuts. They don't want to completely Westernize.
Yeah.
So, I'm like, okay, that's a cool market because I am them.
Yeah.
I'm basically those people. But these are also people that are going to be in this country to stay, right? We come to this country to stay. Let's be honest, right? If I can be that person during their uni years, that's like, yo, remember when we were in undergrad and like we used to go to those Damir raves?
Yeah.
And it was the only place that we could be Bangladeshi and like we could dress however the fuck we wanted.
Yeah.
but like it was still cool.
Yeah.
And there wasn't like, you know, weird guys, and there wasn't like weird like we could be ourselves, but it was still Bangladeshi.
Mm-hmm.
And now that guy is playing these big tours everywhere, and now he's got these big songs everywhere, but we will never forget those times. And I just knew I had heard enough stories from enough DJs and enough musicians that if you put in that work, especially in those early 20s years, because these are some of the happiest years of our lives, right? These are some of like some unforgettable years for a lot of people. I wanted to hit that.
Yeah.
I wanted to make those memories for people, you know? And have we always succeeded in that? No. We've had some rough shows.
Yeah.
Right,
Had some rough shows.
You gotta get through it. You gotta get through it.
Some shows are lit. Some shows are fucking depressing. Some shows
Right.
are like, you know, people don't show up. Or people,
you can't always have 100%.
And another fucking annoying thing about Bangladesh is just one thing to my
Here
crowd.
Last one, y'all.
Y'all pay my bills, and like I love y'all.
Yeah.
But y'all cannot, please, stop everybody going for a smoke break at the same time.
Right,
Like,
space it out.
see one
Space it out, y'all.
Just
one by
60%
one.
of the dance
Why
floor is
all
just
y'all gotta
out
leave?
in one. It's like, what the fuck, dude? It's
Yeah.
like, what do I tell to my DJs? Like, what? Did everybody leave? Like, no, we're all just
No, they're
nicotine
just.
addicts. It's just
But they probably saw one
That's
exit,
funny.
so they're like, "Oh, we might as well all exit at
That's
the
what's
same
up,
time."
That's
because
funny.
in Bangladesh you can smoke anywhere. So I think
Right,
we need to
right.
know. It's just like in Bangladesh at the raves you smoke inside, so nobody
Yeah.
goes anywhere. But here's just everybody leaves for a smoke break at the same time. It's so
You know,
annoying.
I'm so curious to hear what the underground rave scene is like in Bangladesh, because
Yeah.
like after discovering your music and then just finding the network of other Bangladeshi artists and DJs, I didn't realize how big of a thing it was in Bangladesh, especially in our age bracket. Because when Mashuna went to Bangladesh last year, he went out, he went to the lounges, he did all the cool stuff, right? He went out with his cousins, around his age. But when I went to Bangladesh, I did a very like modest, you know, like family stuff.
Yeah.
We went shopping, just normal stuff. What I thought was normal.
Yeah.
And I thought everyone lived like that, right? But I wasn't aware that there was cool shit in Bangladesh.
Yeah,
right?
my cousin took me to a show in Jatra. I thought it was the coolest fucking thing.
Yeah,
I
dude.
was like, I can't.
It's some
I had no
dope
I've
idea
shit.
what's
never
going
done
on
any
over
of that. I didn't even know that
It's some dope
existed.
shit.
Like,
It's
tell
some
me
dope
about
shit.
that.
And on top of that, I just want to also ask, like, I read somewhere that like you are trying to like modernize Bangla music, like modernize Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Like, so I want to hear a little bit about like what exactly that means. Like,
That
coming
means
from your
100%.
mouth.
Great question. With the underground scene, like you've been seeing it's been popping. There's big shows happening. The only thing, and I've said this before, I'll say it again. The only issue I have with the current dance scene, and it's understandable why this is the case. Obviously, dance music is loud and it's for alternative people, and like it's not very safe to do in a lot of parts of Dhaka. First of all, I mean, you can't get away with noise complaints. There are obviously no clubs, no venues, nothing like that.
Yeah.
So unless it's either at like Aloki, it's a massive show, or it's at some fucking rich dude's house, you know, which is like some massive house somewhere, right? And there's some places in the middle or something like that. But because of that, I feel like the dance scene is still very much upper class bubbled. Is there a Bangladeshi dance scene, something like that? I'm not convinced. That I'll speak for myself. I don't know if I've built that in what I'm doing so far. I think I want to play more across Bangladesh. I need to test these things to more audiences in Bangladesh. I want to go to different cities, different unis and stuff like that, play for them. Because I wouldn't be happy saying, okay, there's a cool scene happening, but it's just my, you know, that fucking Gulshan Bonani crowd.
Yeah, like
It's
the
coming to every show.
richer crowd, yeah.
Yeah.
Is dope, but it is like the same crowd coming to every show. That being said, it's really cool. It's a start.
Of course,
At least that wasn't there even before, even in the upper class circles. It wasn't there before, so that's good. Obviously, some other issues with that is like a lot of the rave scenes, there will be elements of like substances, right? There's that sort of sinful side of nightlife, right? That has to be a part of nightlife.
Yeah.
Come on, it's inescapable from that.
Yeah.
That's also a reason why it's kind of difficult to scale. You can't necessarily then do it all over Dhaka. What I need us to do is to figure out a more sober version of dance music that we can spread to more parts of Bangladesh. To
Where it's more
conservative
acceptable.
crowds, more acceptable stuff like that.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can actually really walk the walk and make it really about the music.
Yeah.
And not just the fact that you can just get lit with a bunch of people.
I feel like that's how it goes. Like when you start something off, it's like, you know, that's like the peak of it. It's people kind of going crazy about it. Then like over time it like levels out and people find like their own balance of it and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's true.
Yeah. But the music industry in general in Bangladesh is not very healthy right now.
No. How so?
Nobody's playing shows too much. Nobody's releasing music like that. Only the rap scene is doing well.
Interesting.
But I need to learn more about the insides of that, because sometimes things can be streaming really well on the outside, and on the inside things might not be doing that well. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I remember once recently I saw this reel. It was like some French Swiss guy who was in Bangladesh playing like a set, and the caption was like, 8 a.m. in Bangladesh. He's playing some random techno song, and like all the comments were like hate comments, like, and they're like, get the hell out of here,
dude. Like but like hate comments in Bangladesh you got to take with a grain of salt. There's gonna be hate comments for anything.
There's gonna be everything. I get it all the time.
But
and 8 a.m. in Bangladesh, like that was probably at some like 5-star hotels ballroom.
It looked at like
a part of the hate comments. I'm like, yeah, dude, I can understand why a bunch of people fuck you. Like I can't access this. In no way would I go to this, or like I'm not spending $3K on a fucking ticket. Usually it's more than $3K for a lot of these events. It's like who's gonna fucking spend that?
So earlier in the beginning you mentioned how a lot of Bangladesh is, and like its culture, its music is very archaic, and like the music industry is very archaic, and like I said, you're trying to push this forward. You're trying to make something new out of this. So tell me a little bit about that. What does modernizing Bangladeshi music mean to you?
So I'll tell you what we shouldn't fuck with, which is we have an incredible penchant for songwriting and melody. We're good at lyrics and melody. We're good poets.
I agree.
We're very good poets. So there's still a very good literary culture. Dhaka University, Jahangirnagar University still has a really good output of a lot of, I think, literary research culture. There's always going to be good lyricists out there and stuff like that. We shouldn't fuck with that. The production needs to get better. The beats sound so trash. I mean, they just sound dated, poorly mixed, derivative. They just sound like some Indian shit. They just sound like some other shit. They don't sound Bangladeshi. The music videos, trash.
Yeah, come on now.
Whack. Whack, trash, just like
just
despicable, just like fucking.
He went there.
Just,
you got another one?
We've seen this already. This is so 2009. This is so just fucking terrible. And there's cool people, and there's cool that like my homies are doing some cool stuff on the DIY scene. People are doing awesome shit. Afrin is doing awesome shit. Joanna is doing awesome shit. A lot of cool people are doing lots of awesome. Because they're doing their own music videos. Like Joanna has Lover Girl. That music video was awesome. I think that was Anusha Alamgir, or was it Jonaki that did that? I don't know. But that was really cool. Afrin Modern Otaku's music videos have been really awesome. There's been cool people like that. Also, shouts out the rap scene, shouts out the Narayanganj scene, shouts out Shezan, Hannan, Snarebite, like all those people, like they're really doing the best in the music industry right now. And they've kind of been like separate from the Dhaka scene, and maybe good on them for that. Maybe I understand why. They're keeping it to themselves. They're figuring their shit out. So it's cool. I have so much respect for those guys. But that needs to change. The PR, the stories. You're supposed to tell stories with a rollout, When, Addison Rae comes out, people like that have this massive industry, thing behind them. And you look at things like an Addison Rae rollout or a Dua Lipa rollout, and it's easy to be kind of like cynical about that. But I like to look at those and be like, what if the most talented people in an industry were paid the most amount to work on this project? This is what they would do, right? Because it's the height of that.
Yeah.
What can we learn from them? They tell these because I don't know if these people are actually that interesting, right? I don't want to be a hater right now, but it's like me to convince a fucking Bangladeshi dude to think Addison Rae is cool, some random white girl who was on TikTok. You have to tell me a story. I don't care if the sound is good, and I don't care if she looks hot, right? I need more than that, because there's like so many things that we're going about. What stories are we telling? What have we been doing recently? What has Nemesis been through recently? What has Indilu been through recently? What has Fuad been through recently? What have we been through as a people recently? What is the pain that we're talking about?
There's a lot to say.
So that's why do you feel like Bangladeshis and a lot of people that are non-white, us talking about our identities and our unique stories, and us not using our background and culture as just like our identity to go forward, but just talking about it and letting the world be aware of it? Do you feel like that helps us get more propelled into...
Only if you do it with an agenda.
Yeah.
Which I do, right? And my agenda is like, know about us, because I'm trying to... Again, with full honesty, I'm in the business of selling culture, right? I sell culture.
Yeah.
So it is in my best interest that my culture is well understood and appreciated,
Yeah, I agree.
So it's a chicken or egg thing where I'm like, what do I start with? Is it like I make banging music and then people look, or I try to educate people, tell people like that, and then people think the music is cool after that? Because I don't know, it's complicated. I don't know. We are all gonna have to put our work in.
When you get criticism about your music or what you're doing or just you living your life here, what do you feel like is the biggest type of critique that you get?
When I first started singing, like, I wasn't that good of a singer. Like, I would sing off pitch and stuff like that.
Critiques were to
it would be stuff like that. I get a lot of people that are like gay, I get a lot of just gay, trans, just dudes, and I'm just like,
because you're artistic.
Just because I'm like, just like,
trying to better
I'm wearing like I don't know, like I'm wearing right now, but like men in Bangladesh are so fucking insecure. They're like, what is he gay?
They're also mad that they can't do what you do.
Yeah. And I have nothing but love for them.
Yeah.
All of my misogynistic, transphobic, all these haters, I have nothing but love for them. You all will get better, you know? You are in pain.
Inshallah.
You do this because you are in pain and you hate yourself, you know?
There you go.
Inshallah, you will get better because, we can't,
With the much love.
It would be so easy for me to just, fuck you, I'm doing this, I'm doing like, no, you are in pain. Okay? You are in pain. You're seeing this and something is offending you about what I'm doing. And that's sad.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't be having as much fun as I'm having. If you just did it, it's not that deep. You know?
Speaking of having fun, I wanna know more about like the good things about Bangladesh. I want like an inside scoop. We're out here in New York City, in Florida. We know absolutely nothing about what it is over there. I go once every 6 years. She went after 20 years. We know absolutely nothing. And of course everyone in the world understands that there's so much that there is to be worked on over there, but simultaneously there's infinite beautiful things about the place and beautiful just like little luxuries, and just like even like when I go and I hear fucking just like three uncles just yelling at each other, but like they're not actually it's just like these are like beautiful moments that like you can't explain this to someone, or at least someone like me can't,
Even
so
the street traffic, like seeing that, 100%. You feel at home, the smell, the smog.
The azan, the sound of the azan.
Oh my God, yeah. Call for
so
prayer.
I would love to know from you, like, what do you wish like people would like highlight more about
It's the
Bangladesh?
best country in the world. It's the best country in the world.
That's a hot take.
Our people are the coolest. See, to be cool in... And I'll speak for Dhaka even. I can't speak for the rest of Bangladesh, but I'm sure the rest of Bangladesh is very similar. But I'll speak for Dhaka. Like, if you are cool in Dhaka and you've kept your morals up and you're doing innovative things and you're helping your community, the strength and willpower it takes to do that is so much higher that the cool people in Dhaka are the coolest people you will ever meet. With adventures like you've never heard of. Travel adventures and things like that. I mean, just... Bangladeshi people are some of the most knowledgeable. Some people, like the real Dhakaites, real people like that, when you get in there and really meet, like, they'll know everything. They'll know the history of the streets. They'll know people that have been shot here. They'll know, movies that have been shot here. They'll know all sorts of that. They'll know political histories. They'll know... They know the travel journals of Ibn Battuta and like how Ibn Battuta came through Chittagong in the 15th century or some fucking shit like that. I don't know if I got the numbers right or whatever. But like, just fucking cultural nerds like that, people like that. There's a deep love for the arts. Deep love for the arts. I know you contradicted a little bit some when we were talking about it earlier. But a specific circle of Bangladeshis, specific circle of like just these artsy hippie Dhakaites, they're some of the coolest people you'll ever meet, They're with their baggy clothes and their, fucking tote bags and shit.
They're just doing their thing.
And they'll tell you anything about anything, The food.
Right.
Some of the best
underrated
food in the world.
Food.
Right.
Incredible food. The hosting culture, obviously, is incredible. The domestic tourism in Bangladesh is so fire. Honestly, recently, it's so fire because there's lots of cool places in Chittagong now. There's a lot of cool places in Sylhet now. There's old Mughal architecture. There's the Hosseini Dalan in Dhaka. That's really cool. There's the Armani church, the Armenian church, the Armani Girja, which was built, I think, like 200-300 years ago. That's in Puran Dhaka. You can find tombstones of people from like the 1700s, 1800s, shit like that.
Puran Dhaka.
Yeah,
Lal Bagh and everything.
Hosseini Dalan is really cool. pains me to see how, we're such a religious country, but we treat some of our old mosques so poorly. There's this beautiful pond in the middle of Hosseini Dalan, and it's just fucking like dead fish and
trash.
Chips packets and trash and shit there. And it's so sad because it's one of the oldest like Mughal
even
like
the lake
structures we have in Dhaka.
The lake next to Lalbagh or the Pink Palace, that lake is like
it's full of shit.
Smelly.
Yeah, I went canoeing in there. Yeah,
you like went on the boat,
right? There, yeah, that's a vibe.
It's not maybe the architecture, the infrastructure of Bangladesh are not taking care of the nature.
It's just I hate, you come here and you want to fight some stereotypes, but it's hard. Because some of them are like, there's so much fucking trash all over Bangladesh. There's no reason. We don't follow the traffic. There's trash everywhere.
And we're back.
People do be,
we gotta fix about the
could
place,
be using some more, deodorant sometimes. It's tough. I hate to say it.
A little bit. But there's, pros and cons to everything.
Pros and cons to everything, But yeah, man, there's all of that. Bangladesh is also in a very exciting time. Things are uncomfortable right now because we have new leadership. There's a power vacuum. What's going to happen to the future? But let's not forget that we have a bunch of 20-somethings running a country.
It's new generation,
This is remarkable.
Yeah.
This is really, really remarkable. This doesn't happen to everybody.
No.
This doesn't happen to every nation. We have a strong economy. We have, now remittances bounce back up. We do have, I wish we had some better situation in the startup sector. We used to have a nice tech scene. We used to have a nice startup scene. It's pretty dead now. But there's all these sorts of cool entrepreneurships happening in Bangladesh,
Yeah.
People who succeed in Bangladesh succeed despite so much that they're one of the most interesting people in the world. I see successful people in Canada, successful people in America, stuff like that. And sometimes I can't help but feel not that impressed. I'm sorry, you had this structure, you had this industry, you had this. That doesn't mean you didn't work hard.
Yeah.
But for someone to bounce back from everything you have to deal with in Bangladesh.
Yeah.
It's special, man. So, yeah.
Damn.
What do you feel? I mean, this is kind of a pivot, but like, you said that you getting all these shows and having a background in economics, and sometimes it's hard to get shows and get the money from it. I know the representation and like positively trying to showcase Bangladeshi culture in a positive way is what fuels you, but like, how do you feel like it actually propels you? Because sometimes you need to have.
I think
money.
it's a crutch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it can really it's a bet basically. If you're doing this sort of thing where it's like, okay, it's a new genre, new sound, new story. If you get it right and then it blows up, okay, then you have first mover's advantage.
Yeah.
Then you get the whole spoils, Like, but you also then have to eat shit for many years where people don't get it. And I have this base right now because there's a lot of Bangladeshis in Toronto, and that's great. But I'm not touring like crazy. I'm not getting bookings like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm not getting stuff like, people so interested in the Bangla stuff that it's like, okay, this is what's next up. I'll still have to prove people.
Yeah.
I still have a chip on my shoulder. So I think it's been a crutch. If this works out, I'm going to be balling.
Yeah, of course.
But if it doesn't, and it very well might not,
yeah,
I'm going to be struggling forever.
Nah, man, you're on a good path.
You're on a good path. And I think it's also important to have foresight and have so much faith in yourself, but also there's so many people who they're supporting you and they have faith in you as well, because this is just the beginning of a revolution in the West, and then our music and culture just becoming the new wave, because we've had South Asian Hindi music, this and that. We talked about it before. We've had that wave and it's still going on, but we haven't had our artists get to the top, right? So like, we know it's coming. We don't know exactly when, obviously. So we're just like waiting on that come up. But like, having that discipline and pushing yourself through it, having that faith is such an admirable thing, because not making as much money or not getting that support right away, we're humbly growing. It's hard, but like, you're still
also
getting there.
I might not get PR. Like, Canada doesn't give PR to artists, so I am, my family spent all of their money ever trying to put me, through uni here. And I'm on this music shit, and I might fuck all of that up if if this shit doesn't work out like that. So I've taken immense amounts of risk, and it's hard. It's really, really stressful. And you don't know if it's gonna work out, and there's just like constant moments of like, I'm gonna be the biggest thing ever, and moments of like, I'm gonna fucking die broke and
it's
alone.
Self-doubt, but then also it's like it's like self-doubt, but then also your own, not cockiness, but confidence coming in. Works with one another,
yeah, and there's also a scary thing of like, am I gonna be someone who walks so someone after me can run? Because that's also something I want.
Yeah.
I want that. That's something good.
That's
but like, I also don't want to be a martyr.
Yeah.
You know, like for what? I want to ball out.
Right.
Obviously.
You're on a good path, man. I feel like
I go on vacation, get a little.
Where are we going on vacation?
Get a little BMW.
On vacation or
on the vacation? Fly back.
I can't even drive. I don't even learn how to drive. I'm talking about cars.
We need to get a license. We need to get a license immediately, and then we can.
Are you like in like the learning process, or it's dudded?
I've never.
You've never attempted.
No.
You just want the Beamer, just at the crib,
just to have it,
just to flick up with it. Yeah. That makes sense.
Are we getting a home before we get a Beamer?
Or like a white Toyota hatchback. Classic one.
He's open-minded. He's open-minded. He's open-minded, bro. Just beat up.
Some subs in.
Right, man. He's very good.
Dirk in the
now he's
Toyota Corolla.
Now he's from Chicago.
Now he's in Corolla.
This is a global man we got on the podcast right now.
He's open-minded. He likes multiple cars. He just needs to get a license.
Ladies,
I need to find a wife.
He needs to find a wife in America.
More the story.
We're gonna circle back to this. Please marry me.
The episode's title is
Please
marry.
I will do anything for
anything.
Yeah.
Citizenship, a visa, and a car in America.
Yeah, I've never. It's so conflicting because you know it's
talk about it.
You're seeing the downfall of the West slowly.
But
I also really want the passport, and it's like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah,
it's Trump, just like
Trump, we've seen
in the comments before. For West right now, and like I still want to and I don't want to.
Right, man.
I don't know.
It's just untapped. It's untapped.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Hey, man. Damir, thank you so much, man. I'm not gonna lie, I've been like quite speechless this entire episode. I've just been intaking like everything that you're saying. It's absolutely
so much.
We have so much more that we can say.
So much to talk about, so much to go over. This is gonna be a long process, and we really have our work cut out for us. But like, I'm so happy y'all had me on for this.
Of course.
Man, fuck.
You thought of me.
No, honestly.
Wish y'all were able to catch a show, but we'll plan that next time. Yeah, next time we have a really big one in Toronto. I'll let y'all know.
Yeah, please.
And y'all should come here.
We will.
And I want to also when y'all are back here next, I want to have a bunch of other people. I want to introduce y'all to a bunch of other people. There's Raf Reza, veteran Bangladeshi DJ in Toronto. There's a bunch of all sorts of other cool people. There's Dolly Begum, NDP, Mayor of Danforth, politician. She's really cool.
Oh my God.
There's someone named Mimosa, who's a professional florist. Bangladeshi. All sorts of cool people. Priya Howladar, she's a stylist. She's Bangladeshi. She styled some of the biggest stars in the world.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All sorts of cool people based in Toronto that I'd love to put on that really should have a spotlight on them.
I love the fact that not only as you're growing, you're supporting other Bangladeshi creatives and artists and things like that, but you give them their flowers.
Yeah, very clearly.
Yeah, you gotta.
You're happy to.
But it's not like I'm not Jesus. Like it's we want. We help each other.
Right.
Yeah.
I hope if they don't show me that same love back, though, I won't do this forever.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
So this needs to be something collaborative with all of us. Where we keep showing each other love and we keep supporting each other.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll figure it out.
We got so much to get into. I got some rapid fire questions from you just to wrap this up.
Just some silly goose ones.
Don't think about it too much. Just whatever comes to mind.
Immediately what comes to mind. Okay.
Immediately.
Don't
No
think about
it. What is your best concert / DJ set like moment or experience? Like interaction you've had, just like some that just really stuck.
I've been very fortunate. I've had some really nice shows. There's this one time though that like one of my earliest shows where I played a show at Jatra and it was just me and a guitar and it wasn't any. I'm pretty sure that one was just me and a guitar.
You were singing?
But I've done a few Jatra shows. Yeah, I was singing.
Oh, wow.
And like we sold out the first band. That was the old Jatra. It was pretty small, and I'm still like a pretty early artist there. But like basically, I sold it out twice. So we did the first show. And then the promoters are like, there's like 100 people like waiting outside. That was like, we sold out. And I was like, no, but they still want to come. So I'm like, okay, I'll do this whole set again right after this batch.
Wow, the same
and we'll make double the money.
Wow.
And that was like unprompted or anything. Like I just, announced the show, and like there was that many people that wanted to come see me jump. So that was like, oh wow, there's some cool stuff like that. And I've done some other, I've done some big shows, but the big shows are really like, I really need to do my job and I really need to stay focused, so I don't like take it in so much. Yep. But some of those small ones, you can kind of like stay in the moment a little bit and like interact with
the people.
So that's nice.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm sure you have a lot to say about this, so we could keep it short. What are your thoughts on just like Western Bangladesh, like Western Bengali people?
Western Bengalis?
Like, just people like us.
Y'all just gotta learn about the culture more. It's out there. There's ways you can learn.
Yeah.
Don't learn just for the sake of learning.
Actually be passionate.
Learn more about our history. But we have some of the most interesting history of any fucking country in the world. Our political history, our all sorts of history. We've been through all sorts of shit. It's really cool.
Very true.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we know absolutely fucking no. We got work to do.
Yeah.
Really. What is the best piece of advice you've ever heard?
Best piece of advice you've ever heard?
That's a good one. I don't even know my answer.
Shit. Don't take advice from someone you wouldn't trade places with.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's
a good one.
I like that.
Because as an artist, you get a lot of unsolicited advice.
I like that.
You should sing a bit different. You should do this a bit different. You should work with this person, or you shouldn't work with this person. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'll fucking... if you've been through this, if you've done stuff like that, I'll listen to you. But like a lot of people talk a lot of shit.
I like that. That's beautiful.
If I listened to all the advice that I had when I first started my career, I would not.
You be?
Yeah.
I would still be in my hometown, working as a teacher.
Oh, now look at you.
Yeah.
Clothing brand, got it all. Damir, what's your hot take?
Hot take?
Just
there's so many.
You honestly gave us 42, but just.
Hot take, but it doesn't even have to be about
I'm gonna put this
Bangladesh.
in a clip. Just like, what's a hot take?
Yeah.
That will get us viral.
Let me think about this hard. What will make this go viral?
now he's on the spot. Now he's sweating.
Yeah.
Like, it could be about food. It could be about music. It could be about like.
No, something that's gonna get us like
Canadian
hate
people.
comment. I need hate comments on this.
Western Bengalis even more.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to like even describe things as hot takes because they're just my takes.
Okay.
And they happen to be hot.
All right. Yeah, just give me one.
Shit, man.
We can also skip it. Now
mine's very
like that. I don't know. I have a lot of hot takes because I'm a pessimistic person. I'm a deeply pessimistic, cynical, annoyed person.
Got it.
I'm rarely like happy.
I'm
like moving around, but I'm happy being unhappy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I love it.
Oh.
Because it's like a little.
You say you're happy being unhappy.
Unhappy, yeah. But I just love being annoyed all the time.
Oh.
I'm always annoyed.
That's hot. I mean, yeah, we can accept that.
There's like no going up. It's just like.
I'm just why?
You're just fundamentally
why are you doing why? This is what I'm like.
That was such a proud thing. Why?
Always.
I'm
annoyed at everything. Everyone is doing everything wrong.
Nice.
Oh.
And
here we go.
Everyone is wrong about everything.
Okay.
Here we go. I'll accept that. Damir, what's your ideal Friday night? Like
Friday night.
Like a check just hit, you're good. Like you got no stresses.
Check just hit.
Yeah, he's ready.
Like, what are we doing?
It's
It's Friday night. What are we doing? Like, give me the itinerary.
Yeah, it depends what city I'm in, but like my city is Montreal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So tons of fun things to do on Friday night. Tons of awesome bars and clubs that are out. And
so you're extroverted. You're going out.
You're outside.
I'm going out.
He's outside. Catch me
or
outside.
I'm getting really, really stoned with my best friend Evan and watching Trailer Park Boys.
Nice.
Oh.
Low balance right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I would think that if you're already so extroverted and going out to perform your shows,
on your
like,
off
you
day,
just want to be chill at
just
home.
want to kick it.
That's very true, and that's becoming more and more the case as I grow older.
Yeah.
I'm becoming less, and already starting to hangovers starting to hit me.
Yeah. Oh no, we're getting up there, buddy.
Yeah.
We're getting up there.
That's why I don't drink.
But
that's all I got. Damir,
cool,
thank you so much, man. This has been a beautiful, beautiful time. I feel like I've learned so much in like this last
100%.
hour, and I feel like I've been very humbled, and I feel very inspired. I really, really do. I feel very inspired to do my part, do my work, and my
we're still rolling, right?
Yeah,
we're
I'll
still
give
good.
like one last message, yo.
Go
Like
ahead.
we gotta fucking get our fucking shit together. Us Bangladeshis, we need to get our shit together. I want us to figure out a few things. First of all, we need to become homies with West Bengal again. This like India-Bangladesh situation, I don't like this. All Bengalis should be friends, number one. All Bengalis should be friends. Number two, we need to make more movies. Bangladeshi movie people out there, make more movies. I don't think it's the music that really pushes cultures like that. It's the movies. Make the movies. Other than that, yo, shouts out AGT, shouts out Raf, yo, shouts out my sister Zoya, yo, shouts out Zoya. The whole fucking Toronto gang, shouts out Biba, shouts out Angel, shouts out.
I've never heard of shouts out.
Shouts out Dolly Begum, shouts out fucking Premium Suite.
Hey,
there we go.
Shouts out fucking. Shouts out Jackson High.
Shout out Jackson High.
Shouts out New York. Shouts out Mamdani.
Yeah.
Shouts out New York.
He's going.
Please bring me to New York.
Yes, sir. Mamdani, we'll make that happen.
And remember, you know, like we all think like the British came and they just fucking took everything.
He took it back.
But you know the Battle of Plassey. You know how we lost everything you know how we fucked everything up?
How?
It's because we betrayed ourselves.
Damn.
It's because our king was this asshole who nobody fucking liked.
Right.
And his general really didn't fucking like him.
Right.
And the British were like, yo, you don't really like that guy, right? Like, I'll pay you all the money.
Right.
And then, like, defect at this war. And that was the Battle of Palashi. And he agreed. And then the British got everything. So if we don't stick together,
we'll end up like them.
Yeah. Don't let history repeat itself.
It started from one battle.
Yeah.
And from then everything's been fucked. So we got to stick together.
We got to stick together.
Backstab each other. We look out for each other. We distribute wealth. All right. And
community.
Oh my God.
Protect the dolls.
Damir, where can our supporters find you on the socials and how can they
Damir.dk is my Instagram. Follow me on SoundCloud. Damir, Spotify, Damir, YouTube, Damir.
All that.
I have been DJing a lot recently, and so you'll find a lot of my mixes on SoundCloud, but I am coming out with singing stuff very soon.
Beautiful.
New deal signed, all that stuff. Music video coming, music video shot, final moments of editing.
There we go. You're locked
movies
in.
Coming out. Umid Ashraf, one of the greatest filmmakers that we have in the country. His short film That, which I scored, is about to premiere at Fantasia Film Fest in Montreal very soon.
Oh my God.
Watch that. The short will be out on YouTube soon. But we're making movies. I just did my first acting role. That's going to come out soon. I went to Bangladesh. I did my first acting role. So we're acting, we dancing.
This guy.
We're building businesses.
Right.
We're making movies.
Making it happen.
Bangladesh.
And guys, the best thing you can do is support this so we can do more of it. Yeah. And we're not just speaking out and performing into the void.
Yeah, lock in.
We need people to actually watch and listen
100%.
and support. Even you guys watching this podcast and listening. And then supporting his work and the other people.
I'll send you my PayPal.
Right.
I'll send you. Tell your local comptroller to fucking bring me
We'll make it happen.
We'll make it happen.
Sure. What's up, Albany? It could be me.
We got Damir.
Damir.
We got Mashnoon. We got Mohua. This is Difficultish. We hope you guys enjoyed this one. We had the great privilege of having Damir.
What a beautiful time, man. What
conversations and his insight on just Bangladesh and the music world. So
genuinely,
this has been an honor.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for being here.
Thanks so much, Damir, for coming through.
Appreciate
and
Toronto episode.
Shout out Toronto. Okay.
We'll see you guys.